So starting with SolidWorks, select the SolidWorks option on the start menu, or just select the SolidWorks icon on your desktop, then click SolidWorks. And after that, you need to select new icon, then select a part. Okay. Then we're going to set up the units by clicking on the options, then using IPS in the document properties with the units icon. So but you need to select also the length with the decimal places, 3 decimal places. Then after that, click OK. Then we need to create the CAD model, solid modeling approach. So to create the two-member truss system, we will first establish the location of the two center axes of the members by creating 2D sketch. Two additional datum planes will then be created to allow the placement of the profiles of the cross-section of the system. Click the Sketch tab in the Command Manager. Then we will be drawing the sketch on the front plane in the graphics area. So front plane. So we will be clicking lines. Then we will start the line segment at the origin and create two connected line segments. So this one. So we will be sketching the dimensions by clicking Smart Dimension. Six, 8, and 12. So to make sure that it is collinear, we will be clicking center line. Then after having these two, the sketch, we will be clicking exit sketch, then click the features in the Command Manager, then click reference geometry, plane, then select the line segment, this line segment, then click perpendicular, then click the end point. So again, check, then again click the reference geometry, plane, click exit. So click the features, then click reference geometry plane, then click this one, then click perpendicular, but also click the end point, then click check. So with that, we need to do extrusion. So click extrude, then let's select the first plane. Then right after that, we need to click circle, then click exit sketch first, click this one, Then click extrude, then click circle, this one, then make a dimension of 0.25 for the circle. Then again, exit sketch, then instead of using blind, use up to vertex. So select the endpoint, then check. Then again, draw the extrusion, this time on the other end. Then extrusion. Oh, before that, click first the plane, then extrusion, then click the circle, 0.25. Then again, exit sketch, then up to vertex, then click this point, not blind but up to vertex, then click this point. Then you need to turn off merge result, then click OK. Then after that, so the two extruded features represent two separate truss members. So this one. Then just click save. So save. Then this is it. This is a part called truss 2D. Truss 2D. And let's just save this part. So a CAD model is not an FEA model. So two extruded features are just created represent the solid model of the truss system that we will be analyzing. This model is created under SolidWorks. So it is a CAD model that contains geometric information about the system. The CAD model can be used to provide geometric information needed in the finite element analysis or finite element model. However, the CAD model is not an FEA model. In the previous, we have examined the FEA procedure, which concentrated on nodes and elements. And the geometric information of the system is necessary for FEA analysis, and that we have established in the CAD model is just the geometric information. So the CAD model is typically developed to provide geometric information necessary for manufacturing. So all details must be specified and all dimensions are required. So the manufactured part and the CAD model are identical in terms of geometric information. The FEA model used the geometric information of the CAD model as the starting point, but the FEA model usually will adjust some of the basic geometric information of the CAD model. So the FEA model usually will contain additional nodes and elements. Idealized boundary conditions and external loads are also required in the model. The goal of the finite element analysis is to gain sufficient reliable insights into the behavior of the real-life system. Many assumptions are made in the finite element analysis procedure to simplify the analysis, since it is not possible or practical to simulate all factors involved in real-life system. The finite element analysis procedure provides an idealized approximation of the real-life system. It is therefore not practical to include all details of the system in the FEA model. The associated computational costs cannot be justified in doing so. It is common practice to begin with more simplified FEA model. Once the model has been solved accurately and the results has been interpreted, it is feasible to consider a more defined model in order to increase the accuracy of the prediction of the actual system. The SolidWorks simulation creating the finite element analysis model by using the geometric information of the CAD model is known as idealization. So next, we will be having SolidWorks simulation module. So SolidWorks simulation is a multidisciplinary computer-aided engineering tool that enables the user to simulate the physical behavior of the model. Therefore, enable the user to improve the design. SolidWorks simulation can be used to predict how the design will behave in the real world by calculating stresses, deflection, frequencies, and etc. So all the SolidWorks simulation functions are integrated as part of the SolidWorks, which offers convenience and power of SolidWorks parametric modeling capabilities. So we'll just click on SolidWorks simulation. So if you don't have it yet, so SolidWorks add-in, then SolidWorks simulation, then add SolidWorks simulation. So a simulation tab will be added. So after that, we need to select SolidWorks simulation tab. Then all the SolidWorks simulation commands are accessible through the icon in the command through the icon panel of Command Manager area. So we have not set up the FEA model, and therefore the only one option is to set up the analysis type available. So this one is the new study. Click new study. Then we will be using static. Then we will just click OK. Then after that, so click the this one for the Trust 2D, and we can expand the list of the icon, and by default there are two extruded features and are treated two separate solid bodies. So we will select both bodies while using control key. So hold control, then select the other one, then click right click. Once we right click, let's click treat selected bodies as beams. So we will select both solid bodies again, then right click on one of the items and we will select edit definitions. So right click, then we will click edit definitions. So with that, we will select truss, then click check. Then we will be clicking on the joint group, then right click, edit, then we will be doing selected beams all, then we will calculate, then we will just click OK. So after that, we will notice that there is a difference between our CAD model, and there will be joints, and we will be assigning the element material property. We will be setting up the material property for the element, and the material property contains general material informations such as modulus of elasticity, Poisson's ratio, etc. that are necessary for the FEA analysis. So click apply material, choose down from the menu, and we will be using alloy steel. Then we will set the unit options display. Instead of this one, we will be using IPS. So English IPS to make the selected material available for the use of current FEA model. Then we will apply, then close. We'll be applying the boundary conditions constraints. So in SolidWorks simulation FEA analysis, the real-world conditions are simulated through the use of constraints and loads. So in definition, or in defining constraints for the SolidWorks simulation model, the goal is to model how the real-life system is supported. Loads are also generalized and idealized. It is important to note that the computer models are idealized. Our selections of different types of supports and loads will affect the FEA results. So in constraints, the SolidWorks simulation model, we are defining the extent to which the model can move in reference to a coordinate system. Thus, the translational and rotational movements of a particular support should be carefully considered. And note that the truss members are two forced together. The loads can only be applied at the nodes. So we will click fix geometry by clicking the icon toolbar here. Fixtures, we will be using fixed geometry. So after clicking fixed geometry, we will activate the joint list. So select the bottom two endpoints. So this one and this one. Then click OK. Then note that the 2D truss system, any translational motion in Z direction is not allowed. We will need to add another constraint to set the motion, or to set constraint set to restrict the motion of the top node in the Z direction. Not restricting the movement in the Z direction will cause the error in the FEA result. So again, we will use fixed geometry. Then we will use change the standard fixed geometry option to use reference geometry. So use reference geometry, then click the top node. Then we will be activating the direction reference by clicking the inside reference box. So this one. Then we will be expanding the model history tree Then we will be using front plane. So front plane. Then we will set the translations and set it in inches. Then normal, click the normal to plane. So this one, normal to plane. Then we will click check. So we will be applying external loads. Choose the external load. Then we will be using force. So we will change the force option by clicking the joints. Then we will select the top node point. Top node point. So activate the direction reference. This one. Then we will click the front plane again. Then we will use the unit inches. Then we will be using 50 pound force. Then we will be using 50 pound force. Then for this one, we will be using or clicking OK. Then we need to create FEA mesh and run the solver. So choose create mesh. Then after creating the mesh, note that the mesh icon has changed and will indicate FEA mesh has been created. Then run the simulation. So the results will be shown and the yield strength is also indicated. So viewing the stress results in the FEA window, click once with the right mouse on the results stressed item and display the edit definition shown. So we will be clicking the results. Stress, strain, right click, then click edit definitions. So with that, we will in the stress plot option, we will set the unit again to PSI and the stress type axial. So this one will be PSI and this will be axial. Then we will set automatic, then click OK. Then the SolidWorks simulation calculates the stress for the two members, 841 PSI in tension. So for 848.8, and the right member is 612. So we can animate by clicking this stress, then animate. So viewing the display results, so it's okay, check. Then viewing the displacement result in FEA, click once with the right mouse and result displacement. So for the displacement, right click, then show. Then also edit definition, we'll be using inches. Then we will click OK for the display. So this will be the results. So that's it.